In 2022, a startup company called Perplexity AI launched an answer engine, built to rival Google search. The idea was simple. Instead of 10 blue links and 20 minutes of scouring websites, you get one direct answer, with sources. Researchers loved it. Students loved it. Anyone who had ever spent 20 minutes Googling something that should have taken 2 loved it. Silicon Valley called it revolutionary. The press called it a Google killer. Users called it the best thing on the internet. 2 years later, it would be worth $21 billion, sued by half the media industry, and voted most likely to fail by the most connected people in AI. This is the story of how Perplexity walked into one of the most powerful industries in the world, disrupted every institution it touched, and learned exactly what that costs. Perplexity was founded in August 2022 by Aravind Srinivas, a researcher who had worked inside OpenAI, Google Brain, and DeepMind, along with 3 co-founders from Meta AI, Quora, and Databricks. The product was an answer engine. You type a question, it reads the web in real time and returns a direct answer, with the sources cited in line. No links to chase, no ads, just the answer, and exactly where it came from. Perplexity didn't build its AI from scratch. It ran on models built by other companies, Claude, GPT, Gemini, and later developed its own called Sonar, built on Meta's open-source Llama. The innovation wasn't the model, it was what they built around it. A search layer that pulled live information, grounded every answer in real sources, and handed it back to you in seconds. Within 4 months, 2 million people were using it. By end of 2023, 500 million queries had been processed. The citations mattered. This wasn't AI making things up. Every claim had a source attached. Users could verify, click through, go deeper. For a moment, it looked like the most important product on the internet. The capital arrived in stages, then all at once, 3.1 million in seed funding, 25.6 million in a Series A led by NEA. Then in early 2024, 73.6 million in a Series B, with checks from IVP, Nvidia, Jeff Bezos, and Databricks Ventures. By June 2024, the valuation had pushed past $3 billion. By December 2024, $9 billion. The product kept growing with it. Perplexity added a finance layer, stock data, earnings summaries, macro analysis, a shopping hub where AI answers drove purchase decisions, Pages, a feature that generated full research reports with citations and exportable documents. By May 2025, the company was processing 780 million queries a month, 30 million a day. Annual recurring revenue hit $100 million, then crept toward $200 million by September. From the outside, this looked like a generation-defining startup. From the inside, however, the lawyers were already at the door. In June 2024, Dow Jones and the New York Post sued Perplexity for copyright infringement, alleging its engine was crawling their websites, pulling from their articles, and serving the answers directly to users. Publishers were getting nothing back. No click, no reader, no revenue. The New York Times sent a cease and desist that same year. In 2025, Britannica and Merriam-Webster sued for decades of free riding on their content. Reddit sued for industrial-scale data theft. The BBC threatened legal action for unauthorized scraping. The lawsuits were the visible problem. The invisible one was worse. In February 2025, OpenAI added web search to ChatGPT. For everyone, free. Then Google launched AI overviews inside search, a direct answer at the top of every result, before any link, before any click. The core feature Perplexity had spent 3 years building was now a default inside the two products that between them had billions of daily users. No need to go anywhere else. The thing that made Perplexity different was now a checkbox on every competitor's roadmap. Traffic that had been explosive in 2023 and 2024 started to flatline. From February 2025 to February 2026, US visitors barely moved. Every competitor was growing, Perplexity wasn't. By November 2025, 300 AI founders at a San Francisco conference were asked which billion-dollar startup was most likely to fail. They voted Perplexity. They were losing on two fronts simultaneously. The lawsuits were threatening the content Perplexity's engine depended on. OpenAI and Google had copied the core product and shipped it to billions of existing users. Staying in AI search meant fighting a war on two fronts, legal and competitive, with no clear path to winning either. They tried building their own browser, Comet, to own the layer between users and the web. When that wasn't enough, Srinivas made an unsolicited offer of $34.5 billion for Google's Chrome browser itself. Framed around the DOJ antitrust case, the offer was more than double Perplexity's own valuation. Google didn't respond. The bid went nowhere. So, they stopped trying to win the search war entirely. On February 25, 2026, Perplexity launched Computer, an autonomous agent that coordinates 19 AI models to complete multi-step tasks end-to-end. Not answering your questions, doing your work. They also switched to credits-based pricing and dropped advertising entirely. Subscription first, no sponsored answers. The market responded immediately. By March 2026, annual recurring revenue had jumped 50% in a single month, hitting $450 million. The fastest revenue acceleration in the company's history. As of April 2026, 100 million monthly active users, $21 billion valuation, $450 million in annualized revenue, over 300 publisher partners on revenue-sharing arrangements. The numbers look like a win, but the New York Times, Britannica, Reddit, and the BBC are all still in active litigation. No final judgments, no settlements on the major cases. A $21 billion company still fighting for its right to exist in court. Whether that counts as a comeback depends entirely on which number you're looking at.